All right, let's talk. Okay, I put the suit jacket on so that I could be professor-like, non-emotional, not creating FUD, trying to be as rational, as reasonable as we can during these crazy times. What am I talking about? Well, a couple days ago, we launched what Forex Shark calls the Piggy Bank. Looks something like this. This is the Piggy Bank. There is nothing on here that says the word piglets or truffles, okay? So it's kind of confusing, but if you listen to his AMAs, which some of you do, some of you don't, you'll get an understanding, a real basic understanding. I put a couple stakes in here. I've got some referrals. If you go to the white paper and you look at it, you look for the word piglets. Okay, piglets. Where are you, piglets? Oh, wait. There's no mention of piglets. There's no mention of truffles, right? That's a problem because it creates confusion. Where there is confusion, people tend to take a look and then they close out the browser. People want to invest in things that they understand. So right now, off the get-go, we have a very confusing protocol right here that says nothing about, a lot about referrals, but frankly, not everybody cares about referrals. It talks a little bit about the multipliers, but again, doesn't talk about piglets, doesn't talk about truffles. So right away, it feels like we're too early to launch. Now, there is speculation that at the beginning of this launch, there were some that were able to get in earlier than others. I cannot prove that, but what you can do is see how many piglets people got with a certain amount of BUSD or USD equivalent. Some people that were able to get in right away were able to get extraordinary amounts of piglets, whereas those that were a little bit later didn't. To me, this is an issue. This is an issue in the launch. So when people say it was such a successful launch, it could have been if you were super early and you got in right at the beginning. Now you might say, well, Jonathan, isn't that true of every launch? If you get in if you get in early, then you win. Yes, but a lot of people, it was a countdown, right? First of all, there was 3 different starting points as to when it would actually launch. That's an issue, right? You lose trust and credibility. Every time you say something and don't follow through, you don't hit a deadline. It's just like in real life. If I say, hey, I'll meet you at the mall at 8 o'clock, and then I don't show up, you show me grace the first time. If I say that 4 times, eventually you write me off as someone who, when he says something, he doesn't follow through. So there is actual criticism that maybe Forex needs a PR team. He needs somebody around him that can get his face on camera, kind of like what I do, and actually talk about what's going on in the day-to-day life of these protocols. I think that would be a great idea because if you go in any Telegram group, what you're going to see is 2 things. One, if you're in the Animal Farm Telegram group or Drip Telegram group, you will be banned. Okay, one of the main admins is a guy named Bartertown. He's banned me for asking about, it was weeks ago. He's actually one of my buddies. I've made him a lot of money being on his referral. You would think that he might listen to what I have to say. I asked a question and he banned me, and then that was it. To me, that's a problem. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. If you can't handle questions, then it looks like you lose credibility. There's no transparency. So my suggestion right now is you need to hire someone, a face for the brand, if you will. Progressive has a face to the brand. Apple, it's the CEO, Tim Cook. You need a voice that is the head of the community. And if you say, well, that's Ray Bartertown. No. That's someone that has displayed tremendous confirmation bias. He obviously has a huge amount of money invested. So anytime he's challenged, he typically will respond either by blocking you or giving some really, to me, not a really reasonable response. And then he'll just simply say, bullish. We're bullish, man. We're going to the moon. And I think smart investors hear that and it just sounds very juvenile. So that's a major issue. Now, at the beginning, when I got in, we didn't have the Animal Farm and we didn't have the Piggy Bank. So some might say, well, why didn't you see this at the beginning? Guys, data changes. It's like, why didn't you see the war breaking out in Ukraine 2 months ago? Well, even the Biden administration didn't. Was there tensions? Yes, there's been tensions all the time. Were there issues in drip? Yes, yes, but things were going well. And then he launched the animal farm, right? And then we talk about how successful that was. Successful, which when it launched, it was great. When it finally got up and running. And then in order to support the animal farm, Forex launched the Piggy Bank. The reason was to help with the sustainability of the price of pigs. Well, if you look at the price of pigs today, you have to ask yourself, has this protocol, has it helped the sustainability of pigs? This is where we're at today. A major drop. In the last 6 hours, minus 14%. The last 24 hours, minus 20%. And this typically happens during the launches of protocols. But this is a pretty severe sell-off. And some people might say, just buy the dip, buy the dip. Well, it broke my support line. I was looking right here. And if you're in my Telegram group, even some of you said, hey, are you watching this? Are you watching? Are you going to get in yet? And right here, that was a false mini little breakout. And I said, no. I'm going to wait a while to see if it actually holds support. So I'm lucky I didn't get in. I waited, and now we're at 191. Now it's sustaining at this price. What will it do? I don't know, but I'm in no rush to buy. Same with drip. If you look at the price of drip, it's had tremendous sell-off, minus 8% in the last 24 hours, but it's down, and this is now its longest sell streak, okay? We have not seen a reverse trend in a very, very long time. This sell pressure here from the 6th, just the one day, from about 78 down to 73. And there's no pops, okay, guys? There's nothing that makes me go buy the dip, buy the dip. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm not just saying that now. I've been saying that for weeks. I've said I am waiting for a trend reversal before I buy this dip. Because I've never seen, maybe that's inaccurate to say I've never seen, but any chart that looks like this, here, let's close this out. Look at this. This is a 15-minute chart. I'm back here. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of February. There's been no pops. You say, oh, it's sustained there. Yeah, but then it dropped. There's been nothing that has made me say, I got to buy this. So this is back here in January, February, a little bit of bounce. And then since February 4th, nothing but down. So today is March 6th. So it's been over a month, zero opportunity for me to buy the dip because there's been no trend reversal. It broke support. Our team was looking at 86 and then in our Telegram group, we got about 2,800 members. And, we talk about TA relative. We know that TA is just one indicator, especially in these type of small market cap projects. I don't put a ton of weight on the technical analysis, but here when it hits that twice and then and it bounces up, you can see right here, this is another support line at the 55. But what we were looking at here was around the 86 price. Wondered, okay, maybe it'll bounce off there and we'll see a trend reversal. It didn't. It broke support. So we never entered into that trade. So yeah, right now things are looking pretty grim if you are invested in Forex projects altogether. You've got Breep down 14%, dogs down 6%, pigs down 20%, drip down 7.6%. Now some people say, well, Jonathan, that's just the overall market. Well, I would beg to differ at this point because today the market action is really just 1 to 2% difference all throughout the day, throughout a lot of these major market caps. So it's not like there's this major, news event that's happened that makes people go, oh, the whole market's selling off. No, and especially with a staking protocol, if the Piggy Bank was launched for the design to help people keep pigs longer, right? Taking pigs off the market. My question is what's going on with the actual protocol? Why isn't that happening? And these questions are probably questions that might have answers, but we need Forex obviously to come and answer them. And we need someone to conduct an interview with him that isn't a fanboy. The problem if you only do interviews with fanboys, then you lose trust and credibility. Now, I only have almost 10,000 subscribers on this channel, but I would love to do an AMA with Forex. But the problem is my channel is criticized in the drip community, and here's why. Because of videos like this, where I just simply look at the opportunities, I look at all DeFi projects. I don't shill crap projects. A lot of these other guys will. And when it comes to Drip and Animal Farm, I've always maintained, one, I'm in here with risk capital because of Forex. He's the best guy as far as trust and credibility. And up until now, I've been I've watched him and seen what he's doing. And recently, when you miss 3 different times to launch, that created speculation. Because when you say something and don't follow through, that doesn't create momentum. It kills momentum. And as an investor, if I was judging him as a CEO of a company, that would be a red flag. And so those red flags are recent red flags, and I have to take those into account. When you are in your Telegram group and you call investors idiots, and there's some messages that he put out there that a lot of people were burnt by and frustrated with by. Look, I understand the man probably hasn't had a lot of sleep and he's worked his butt off and he owes us nothing. But I do think at minimum you owe transparency, honesty, and an ability to communicate with clarity. Now, if Forex finds that when he gets in interviews, he just kind of rambles a lot and there's a lot of talking, but not a lot of answers going on, that maybe you should at this point hire someone in your PR team and someone that's willing to show their face, someone that can be your brand's communicator and answer these questions. Because right now in my Telegram group, you got all sorts of people fear and panicking. You've got a lot of people answering questions that frankly, they might have misinformation. It would be awesome to draw all of the investors in Drip and Animal Farm to a central YouTube channel with a voice that literally answers questions every day. I think that would be supremely valuable. So hear me out. Before you guys leave your hateful comments, what I just did was provided a solution to what I see happening in the market. It's easy to come on here and cry and complain. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to help Forex and the community. One, I would say you've got to add more people than Bartertown, than the Ray guy, okay? Because he's proven to be very biased. He hasn't proven to be a good moderator for conversation and discussion. Now, I don't have anything personal against this person. He's probably a great person. But as a guy judging a company, consulting, if you will, because I do that. I consult businesses all the time because I own a marketing company. I've sold millions of dollars of product online. I try to provide solutions for when I see red flags and problems in people's companies. And this is clearly one. We have a communication issue right now. And you have valid investors who aren't your enemies. They're your friends. They're trusting you to give them voice to talk about some of these issues. Why did people get in early? They were able to get a ton of piglets and now they can't. How come I can't sell truffles? And it's been like, will I lose my ROI if I don't have enough truffles? Will I lose that daily compound? I thought I was going to get daily compound no matter how much I staked. And what I mean by that is it's kind of hard to explain, which again only serves the purposes. But some of you guys are wondering hey, what's going on with the compound? How come I can't compound? Well, there's not enough truffles. I appreciate them putting that there. But if it's not enough truffles and a couple days go by, the decay on piglets is happening and you're not able to compound, which means you may not be keeping up with the decay. Plants have a decay. Piglets have a natural decay. That was spoken to clearly. That's the nature of how this protocol works. But there should be an ability to compound fractional piglets, in my opinion, my humble opinion, or at least answer some of the critics' questions on that. So yeah, this is the nature of how things are going. Pigs obviously are having the worst day, being down 20%, everything else down 6%, which you might just say, oh, you're just freaking out over nothing. No concerns. I understand everybody wants to go to the moon in every investment they throw money at. But there is a lot of things that have been talked about as far as partnerships upcoming, and maybe those will bring great price support. So hear me out. I'm not freaking out. I'm not selling my bag, but I am more cautious today than I was a few weeks ago because I've observed, and I think there are what happens sometimes to businesses, and this probably applies to this scenario, is CEOs end up having a success problem where things grow so beyond what they ever expected. Now they have a new problem in scalability. You have to learn how to scale. You got to scale your team. So whether it's hiring on more devs, hiring someone that knows how to hire devs, hiring a PR marketing team, these are skill sets that are different than being a developer. And Forex has yet to show the skill set of doing that. All right. That's not a knock on him. Do I expect Forex to have every gift, every ability in the book? No. Clearly, the man knows what he's doing as far as a developer. But now we have a PR problem. We have a communication problem. You have a bunch of disgruntled investors that simply just want clarity. They want their questions answered. The Piggy Bank was launched, and I didn't see any sense of clarity amongst the community. Everyone was confused. I don't think you're ready to launch. It needs to be clear. You can do that through video tutorials. You could do that through having a PR team. It was rushed, in my opinion, to launch. But the reason he wanted to rush the piggy bank was to fix the problem with the animal farm. Okay? Because he saw that we were in deflationary, and he saw that the price of pigs needed something to support it, make it more sustainable. And he also added a referral system so that it would help support the price of dogs. And he picked the number 13. And he lowered the referral commission to 5%. The problem is how much of these protocols are benefiting those that are doing the referring, right? Because it's fine to reward those that bring attention to your protocol. I think that's fine. I've made money through referrals. People say, I will love your content. Let me be a I'll use your link. That's been great. It's been a blessing. Helps me be able to do what I'm doing on YouTube every day. So that's fine. And my referrals, none of them are like, we're here to get free money or anything like that. When airdrop, they know that's not our thing. My thing is I want to help 1,000 people get to be financially independent and help build wells around the way. So last week I gave more money than I made more money. So our community, we donated. All right. So I'm not on here because I need you to invest. I need your money. I've never done that. And I think that's why I'm able to be honest about what's happening. So what I'm looking for, where's this whole rant going? Well, you might be feeling frustrated. And you might be looking at your bag going, what's going on with the price of drip, price of pigs, dogs, animal farm? I would say this. It's okay to have a favorite sports team. You probably have a favorite team. And you love them, right? But there's some days where they just don't perform well and you're super frustrated. Does that mean you love them any less? No. It just means you're a good fan. You love your team. You don't give up on them because they have a bad day, but you're able to call out when it's a bad day anyways and not be biased and just say, oh, well, they lost and they played like crap today, but they still played great. They had fun on the field, right? So today, because of new data, I've added a couple red flags to my bag. I have become more cautious. I am not buying the dip on pigs, on drip, on dogs. My capital that I feel comfortable with is in. It's baked in. So until I see some of the suggestions, the things that I've brought up here, if I see a reversal in those things, I might become even more bullish. I am not right now freaking out. I have 2,800 people in a Telegram. I've got 100 plus people in our paid Discord. Most of our investors have these same questions. Most of them have invested risk capital, so it's not like they're losing sleep. But of course, they have questions, and I think they deserve answers. The question is, will they get those answers answered? Will they get those questions answered? And if not, why not? I have people coming into our group every day saying, Jonathan, I was blocked from the animal farm. I said, why? What happened? And they literally copy and paste what they messaged. There's no reason for them to be blocked. If you find that you're having unnecessary idiots in your Telegram group, put it on mute for a while. But make sure you respond with a Q&A every day, right now, every day. Someone from Forex's team should be coming on doing a Q&A to help alleviate the fears of his investors. These type of things have to happen for the protocol to find support. When you launched late 3 times, that didn't help you. You say, well, there's a lot that goes into it, Jonathan. You don't know. You don't know. Sure. You're right. I don't know. I just know in every other area of my life and business, there is no excuses for that type of behavior. Elon Musk is late, someone said in my comments. No, he's never been late on a product launch date. So yeah, he's late to get products out. But when he says a date of a launch date, meaning it's an event where they're going to literally show the car and all that, it's a date and time. Everybody is on board. Production teams are called in, camera crews, the marketing team. It's that time. So I don't know of anyone else that gets a free pass on that. But if you join Bartertown's group, Forex deserves a pass. If you watch Bartertown's video, the Piggy Bank, huge successful launch. Nothing negative to say. I think as long as we keep going down that road, you're going to lose trust and credibility. And I don't want you to lose trust and credibility. I'm a big fan of all of this. I want to see the success of Drip. I want to see the success of Pigs and Dogs. Everybody in my Telegram group wants the same thing. But we're trying to help here. And you can listen to us and get mad, or you can maybe take some of this advice. I don't know. We'll see. Who is Forex? Not he needs to reveal his identity. That's fine. I don't know who the founder of Bitcoin is. I don't need him to reveal his identity. Okay? The strength is on the mechanics of the protocol. Do they work? And right now, the mechanics of the protocol, maybe they work. But we got questions. We got questions. Where do we go? Forex, please provide us a place to go. I think you're great. I think you should do AMAs, but I think you need someone else that all they do is communications. That would be my 2 cents worth. So I love you all. I appreciate the fact that you're here. You subscribe. We're going to cover all sorts of content this week. So I'll give you more updates, what I'm doing. But this video is to help you in case you're feeling like the sky is falling. Hang in there. Be cautiously optimistic. Let's give Forex some time to respond, to react, and let's hope for the best. It's easy to create FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. It's easy to be emotional in times like this, but let's be as reasonable, rational as possible. Hopefully in this video, you've heard nothing but that. Giving you the data, offering solutions. That's what hopefully I'll do every day as long as you subscribe to this channel. So I love you guys. I'll see you in our Telegram group where we've got some awesome minds in there, in our private Discord. Go ahead and like and subscribe to this video if you want. And we'll see you guys in the next one.